Yo, what's up guys, AttackingTucans here, and today I'm doing a kind of like throwback video because I'm playing an old game, remastered. This is Spongebob Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrated, and I'm actually playing it with one of my childhood best friends from Missouri named Zach.
Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Zach Wilson. Like he said, I'm one of his childhood friends. I think I've known you for about half my life actually, now that I think
Since
about
we were
it.
like 10 years old, dude.
It's crazy. And
we have lots of good gaming memories.
a lot of good, great gaming memories, if I can talk. Some not so great because, I don't know if you guys know this, but AttackingTucans, Cedar Wall, whatever you want to call him, amazing at video games, me not so much. So I would always used to be the one who would...
Wait, did I beat you a lot when we were younger?
You beat me a ton of times. The only games I was ever good at were like single-player JRPG games, and I mean, there's not really a competitiveness to that.
Yeah, I probably kicked your ass in Smash Bros. Melee all the time.
Constantly.
I'm sure. I was a Melee beast at the time. I'm still pretty good at Melee, honestly, not gonna lie.
Those skills never deteriorate. But no, we used to do this thing where like, whoever lost had to do some like dumb bullshit challenge. And so whenever
What did
I
we
would
do?
constantly lose, you'd make me eat like, I mean, make me. I was always consenting, don't get me wrong, but like these gross concoctions of food or like run a lap outside or something. And it was always
me.
me.
We used to like make the loser, like we had sleepovers and like whoever lost had to like run around the house in their underwear.
100%.
I forgot about that. I was doing loser challenges before versus.
Well, there was one time that we were doing it, and I won actually, and you had to eat this weird like ketchup, mustard, I think mayonnaise concoction, and you like gagged. Sorry everybody, but you gagged, and it was like I felt bad for you a tiny bit, but deep down I was like, this is the best day of my life.
Probably.
In your face, Tyler.
Remember during my 16th birthday party when I had to like eat a really weird concoction of like a bunch of things for like this like game we were playing?
100%. You
and
actually
I actually did throw up.
Yeah,
it was disgusting though.
Which I felt bad about after the fact. I was like, okay, but
it was okay. It was all in good fun.
Sure.
We've always been up to no good in the neighborhood.
Oh sure.
How the hell does SpongeBob have such a gigantic library?
See, yeah, I don't remember it being this big in the show, and I also don't remember the Coachella-like beach ball.
Rest in peace, Coachella.
I mean, I'm sure.
Hype up the party!
I mean, if and we got to think positively. If there's a world we can go back to after all this, I gotta imagine Coachella will come back.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing that'll come back.
Sure.
Basic white girls can't live without Coachella.
100%. Gotta listen to Childish Gambino and the 1975.
Sing the Redbone live in front of a million people. But yeah, so one of the things about Zach is I don't even know if my YouTube career would have ever really started if it wasn't for him. Because
continue.
Because back when I was younger, my dad, like I couldn't record videos on my house very often because my dad was pretty overbearing. So I used to like sleep over at his house, and I actually recorded like half of Mario's Sunshine Versus in his basement, and he would like be listening to me record these episodes, but he would only hear my perspective and the things I was saying from like the other side. And I said really weird shit back then.
Well, so my parents have always been very supportive and open-minded and all of that. So yeah, they never minded whatsoever. So yeah.
Because your parents came from California.
Well, that's true. Yeah, we did come from California. That's fair. But yeah, they're just, naturally great people. But so he started doing this in my basement, and he would spend the night. And so, but I do remember one time, granted you were a lot tamer now than you were back then, but I was going to the bathroom in the downstairs basement while you were recording, and for some reason, like I was getting up and I was going to wash my hands, and you just screamed out of nowhere, and it startled me, and I just bashed my hip against the sink.
What?
And, like,
why do I not remember?
Probably because I didn't tell you for this exact reason, because I didn't want to like mess up your flow. But
I'm so sorry.
No. I mean, it's funny now, but no, but yeah, so I mean, I'm flattered that, I in some way helped you get to where you are today. But
I think I actually remember. I think the scream was when I was doing the Fluff Festival and the very last level in the, what was that level called? With the giant mushrooms.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was a good one. I think it's like one of my favorite worlds in that game.
Yeah, it was like I was doing the Fluff Festival, and I like died after collecting all 8 red coins, and I was trying to go get the Shine Sprite, and I died. And I did one of the most like intense, crazy like freak outs ever.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for something that happened
for everything.
Almost a decade ago.
Your Bikini Bottom stinks.
Well, I feel like that's subjective. I mean, one man's stinky bikini bottom is another man's treasure.
What?
That's how the saying goes, is it not?
I don't know why guys are wearing bikini bottoms.
I mean, hey, I mean, it's an open, you know,
There's no judgment. We're happy.
bikini bottom's open-minded.
So I actually didn't play this game a whole lot when I was younger, but I remember really enjoying it because they did a really good job at like recreating the SpongeBob overworld into like an overworld like platformer.
Well, you won't get away with
Well, which is why, I mean, yeah, they did a great job on it, but also it knows what it is, which is why when we were looking up a couple things for this, leading up to this recording, we saw that IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. Like, what were you expecting? Like, this is just a sponge. It's not to be compared to like The Last of Us or like BioShock. It's not like some groundbreaking game.
I mean, video game ratings are interesting because do you make them relative to all other video games, or do you just like put it in its own separate category?
Well, I feel like that's how it should be, but like, I feel like that 5 out of 10 could have had to have been because it compared it to like, because it was.
I mean, if they give it a 9 out of 10, they're like saying this is almost as good as like Breath of the Wild and like Last of Us and shit. Like,
that's actually a fair point. Yeah.
like can they like, is it okay for them to give it like a 9 out of 10?
I guess not, but it's.
Bubble Buddy! Ah! Oh! I love him. I love his hat. What's that? A hat? Crazy, junky, funky hat to the slightly, trying to look like Keira Knightley. So pretty much like the plot of this game is Plankton made a bunch of robots, and they ended up turning against him and ended up taking over Bikini Bottom. So oh shit! Yep, they're turning against him. They all look like Clank from Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, they do, don't they?
But way more cubish.
Pretty sure this is the plot to Detroit Become Human.
It's like Clank's really stupid brother.
There you go. I mean, they've got the thick teeth too, so obviously they're not exactly.
We have to get golden spatulas in order to unlock like the new areas, it seems.
So the golden spatulas are like Jiggies and
Hey,
Banjo-Kazooie.
Patrick, nice sock.
No, ew.
What sock?
The one you're standing on.
Oh, that one. It's lost.
Well, if that
I
one's lost,
love
where are
collectathons
your
so
other
much.
socks?
They're
Sure,
like
I
one
mean-
of my favorite types of games. I'm so excited about this.
It's very cathartic.
My whole sock collection.
It's just
Sure
like,
thing, Patrick.
I love
What?
collectathons because you can just like mindlessly play them.
Yeah.
You just run it around like a nice, like a fun
Bless you.
area with like a fun person to control, and you just collect stuff and just watch your numbers go up and like release dopamine.
Yeah, exactly. It gives us the cheapest and arguably one of the easiest to obtain gratifications in the form of that dopamine, serotonin, what have you.
I love my dopamine. How do I start? I literally just said press B, and I pressed B and it did nothing.
Do you have to hit the button without being on it?
There's golden underwear. That
What
seems
does the
amazing.
What does the golden underwear do? Do you have to like?
I think it probably extends your life because
Oh.
if you look up at the top left-hand corner, your hit points
Oh,
are
yeah.
underwear.
You're probably right.
Tidy whities. Wait, what are
Okay,
these
so
guys?
those disappear. Oh.
What the hell?
I
What's
think
up
that's
with
like
that?
maybe you have to come back when you have like a different power or something.
Probably. You probably get like a bubble power or something. Oh, I have a ground pound. That's what it was.
Oh.
What?
Okay. I feel like that was probably explained to us and we just talked over it.
It said press B, and I was pressing B, but I didn't realize how to jump and press B.
Sure.
I'm gonna hit this again now too. I'm gonna go for all of it. Can we go underneath Patrick's rock? I really want to.
I feel like we could probably glitch out so that we could
Now I
get
can
under it.
wear 4 pairs of underwear.
Yeah, this game is like really popular among speedrunners because of like all the like glitches and stuff
that
you can do
exact
within
reason.
it. We did it! Let's go. Wait, was that 10 spatulas? Is that what that just
10?
said? Oh no, it was 2.
Okay, yeah, and you were right. It does extend your life.
Cool. Then we also, what are these the little flower things we're collecting? They're the flowers that are in the sky, but
thought-
smaller versions.
Is it flowers or are they coral?
I don't know, probably coral. Yeah, it's not flowers. I don't think there's flowers under the sea.
Has it ever been determined what Krabby Patties are made of?
What was happening? What?
Oh, jeez.
What?
Oh, that's fun.
The hand!
I like that. That's really fun.
It's great. I want to go to Goo Lagoon. Has SpongeBob always lived this close to Goo Lagoon?
I didn't think so, because there's always like time passes between him leaving anywhere to Goo Lagoon, so I didn't think it was like in his backyard practically.
Yeah, I have no idea, bruh. Okay, how many do we need to go this way? Press R to travel to Jellyfish Fields.
Okay, I guess we have enough.
That was a good whistle.
It was solid.
I've never whistled that well in my life.
Man, did you demo for this game?
The rolling green
I might have.
fields of Jellyfish
Entering that
Fields,
voice acting
a
life.
place to experience nature at its
I would also
most
like to reiterate,
Experience
Sometimes
nature.
tender.
has it ever been determined what Krabby Patties are made of? I want to know this.
A little bit of jizz.
That's better than them eating each other, because that's what I was kind of leaning towards.
You thought it was like fish meat?
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have cows under the sea, do they?
exactly.
So what is it made out of?
Well, but like they're all fish, so like even if is there like some sort of hierarchy of fish?
I know there's sea bears. 'Cause you gotta, to stay safe, you gotta draw a sea bear circle.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it's out of sea bears.
Don't you like how when we were all kids, we were all SpongeBob, but as we all get older, we become Squidward?
Squidward, are you okay?
I feel like I would hate to be that defeatist about life if I was Squidward.
I mean, we're not that. We still have like 20 more
Yes.
years to go before we're actually
That's
Squidward.
fair. That's fair. But at that point, kind of who cares?
It's usually pretty big. And you look clammy.
Then we have kids to have the energy for us.
I guess he just realized. Okay, yeah.
Now I'm stung all over.
Well, according to the
you think
Jellyfish
SpongeBob has a
Fields
crush on
manual,
Squidward?
severe jellyfish
I feel like
stings
there's some
can be
deep-seated
treated effectively
feelings.
by applying a thick layer of
I don't think he has a-
fish jelly to the
Like,
affected area.
did you see that Nickelodeon officially announced SpongeBob's gay?
Yeah, I did see that.
Jellyfish.
They were like, Cora's gay and SpongeBob's gay. Congratulations,
I mean,
gays.
Cora we saw coming off a mile away.
Oh, they told us at the end of the show.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's fair. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, wait. Is that spoilers? Nah, it's been like 10 years.
It's been out for a hot minute.
It doesn't affect anything of the plot.
Exactly.
Don't worry, Squidward. I'll bring back that king
I forgot he
jellyfish
does
jelly
this.
for you to rub all over yourself.
Me too. Ooh, look at that tide blowing in the wind.
Well, and like I guess in SpongeBob, I mean, it's not a hard thing to imagine, though. To be fair, there's only like 2 female main characters in the entire show, from what I can remember,
Sandy
and Pearl.
and Pearl.
One's his boss's daughter.
Jellyfish today. I'm
The other
going
is
fishing for
well,
robots.
Sandy.
I love Sandy so much.
I adore her.
She was great. She was like the only like normal character in the show.
In a show that has plenty of zany characters.
Super combo. What?
Still kind of wish they did a gritty reboot of this game.
Wait, am I killing the jellyfish instead of, you know, like catching them?
So see, they could have made a gritty reboot of this
Ooh.
game.
Love opening
That was a
presents.
gritty reboot.
Yeah, like at the start, like Plankton just like murders Sandy, and this is just like a revenge arc.
What would he do? Like take off her helmet while she's under the sea and just like have her suffocate?
I guess. I mean, he's a crafty guy. You can say anything about Plankton, it'd be that he's pretty crafty.
What is up with all these guys? I've never even seen any of these.
Yeah, I don't
In
remember.
SpongeBob.
I was gonna say, I don't remember there being a bunch of tiki boxes in SpongeBob ever. But,
Is there not anything else they could have used as
Glad
a
to have this back.
common enemy?
yeah, maybe like
Whoa, this is cool. It's like the Niagara Falls of the Jellyfish Fields. That water texture is kind of nice.
yeah, it's like unnecessarily nice, like not a nice enough texture that you wouldn't think it'd be in a SpongeBob game.
Oh, look at me. I'm like, oh my god, I fell head first. Where to put me? How do you do that? I probably have to go from the other direction.
Yeah, I don't think you were actually supposed to like jump anywhere there, at least from here.
How do you feel about them naming this the Rehydrated edition?
I think
that's
it's fun. It's a clever. Cause like if you just called it the remastered, I mean, there's plenty of games that are called remaster, but Rehydrated I think is fun.
yeah, I like the cleverness there. Okay, so we're getting a lot of these coral things.
So okay, so it's just used to like build stuff and like get to the next level.
What the hell just happened?
Why was there a plane?
Why was a plane what came down and fixed the bridge?
And it wasn't like it was a seaplane. It was just like a whole ass plane.
I've never seen it played as SpongeBob either. This is great.
They took some liberties with this game.
This is a checkpoint. Whoa, is that how checkpoints work? Thank you.
It's a checkpoint. I mean, I highly respect you for a lot of things, but one of the things I've always really respected you about is that you never half-ass anything. In fact, you always.
I'm too gay to half-ass anything,
Okay,
honestly.
all right, we're not exactly the direction I
I
was
only
going,
give
but-
that full ass, baby. Throw in the
And I was even
back.
gonna say you always whole ass everything, but well, not exactly the direction I was going with, but it works. But no, like you always really give it your all, and it really shows. So I was watching a couple of those videos of you doing that theme park, and I was just like, how do you make this stuff?
Like, oh my god. He really doesn't have a life, does he?
Well, no, just like I remember playing Roller Coaster Tycoon growing up, and I would just always like make ramps.
people.
That just yeah, exactly. Never for once did I make a functioning park.
we used to have like another guy in our friend group named Alec, and he was a very rambunctious person.
That's a word for it.
And I remember we would play Roller Coaster Tycoon together, and I would like start building things nice, and then he would destroy them afterwards.
Yeah, he had a. He was a character. We'll leave it at that.
He liked destroying things. For some reason, there's like people who just like to destroy things.
Which is not a great character trait to have.
We're bungee jumping on the hook. Okay. Oh, this is probably above the waterfall, isn't it? Ah.
Oh, okay.
Now it's all making sense. Wait.
I think you just jump.
What was the button?
You have to press.
Ultimate quirky
Whoa.
experience.
Okay. I didn't think it connected for a second. This is cool.
Oh,
Wow.
it's painful to watch that.
Would you ever go bungee jumping?
Well, not if it's connected to my underwear.
Yeah.
But no, I'd bungee jump. As long as I'm like with a trained professional, not just someone I found on Craigslist.
Can you find a bungee jump instructor on
I feel
Craigslist?
like you can, if you, for the certain things that are popularly found on Craigslist, I feel like bungee jumping would be a safe bet.
Also, we kind of spoke about a few of my accomplishments. We got to give a shout out to some of the shit that you've been doing recently, because
Very
Jack's also
sweet.
been doing some pretty cool shit recently.
And you're more than welcome to also check it out, everybody at home. VisionCon Live, it's my internet show. I'm the MC of VisionCon, a convention, a Comic-Con convention here in Missouri. So just if you look up VisionCon on YouTube, it'll go, and then you can just see my show, VisionCon Live. I just say interview celebrity guests, mostly
Voice actors, mostly.
Voice actors mostly, as
People
it
who make
started
TV
out.
shows and stuff.
Yeah, so go ahead and check it out, guys. But
Which honestly, out of anybody I know, like you're actually the most perfect person for that. Because like you're the nicest person in the whole entire world, and in order to be a good interviewer, you have to be nice and get along with like literally anybody. Like that's kind of like the.
I've had a blessing or what have you of not dealing with any celebrities that are diva-like in nature, but I'm sure it'll come eventually. But no, I've been very fortunate to gain an audience. And have
Honestly,
these people-
from my experience, it seems like celebrities for the most part are not very diva-ish, unless they're like omega size. Because
it's an unfair stereotype to have. I mean, there's a difference between a diva and being proud of your work.
yeah,
And like these people have every right to be proud of their work.
100%.
But
If you were to voice act in any show, if you could like voice act in any TV show or anime or anything, what would you want to voice act in?
if I could be like a new character, and I mean Naruto's done. Naruto's my favorite anime of all time, but Boruto is still going on. If I could be a main character in Boruto, I'd say I could probably die happy.
Charlie! Come here, Charlie! Come here, Charlie! Yes, who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
buddy.
You want to play some SpongeBob with us? Do you like SpongeBob? He's too young to know what SpongeBob is, honestly. SpongeBob was like before his time.
No one's too young to know about SpongeBob. Hey, buddy.
I love this dog so much. Ooh, giant pufferfish. Freaking going crazy out here. More bounce. Oh, okay, I gave you a kiss. I gave you a kiss. Oh, what kisses? That's what I hate. I hate when dogs are really big and don't realize how big they are.
Yeah, and they just steamroll through everything.
Yeah. Whoa, steamrolling. We're about to play some bubble bowling. Oh, we don't have the move. Hey, shake it off.
What's Taylor
Dude,
Swift
this
doing
background music is really good. Really catchy. I just like the funky guitar.
nowadays? Yeah.
Would you like to try to play? What are these?
Huh? Do I want to play this game? God, no.
God, no.
People are here for good content, not for me to struggle to figure out how to do anything.
I feel like you're probably a good gamer now, aren't you? Like, you play a lot of games.
I play, just because I like and play a lot of video games doesn't mean I'm necessarily good at them.
Okay.
Why do you think I don't play online multiplayer games that often?
Fair enough. I don't really play online multiplayer games either. I'm about that single player. Don't eat our headphones, bitch. Just give me our pillow. That's what happens. That's what happens when you eat our headphones.
I've just never had a pretty positive experience with multiplayer, like online multiplayer games with people I don't know.
The only like online multiplayer game I've truly enjoyed is like Minecraft.
Fair.
But like I like to play it collaboratively and build stuff with people.
Fair enough. I mean, I was big on World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14 and Realm Reborn back in the day, but other than that, but those are like, you can play those by yourself though. You're not forced into multiplayer unless you play like raids and whatnot. But like,
Yeah. These enemies kind of remind me of like something you would see in Ratchet and Clank.
oh, definitely.
Like all these robots.
And we were talking about it earlier. I mean, these could be descendants of Clank.
Ooh, maybe. And they were on the same console. Well, this game was originally on. We looked at it was on Xbox.
It was like on the original Xbox,
PS2, GameCube,
and it was like, and there was like a Game Boy port of it too on the Game Boy Advance.
the Game Boy port. I'm not even sure what that really means.
Which is crazy to think about.
Do you know who Scott the Woz is?
Scott the that sounds very familiar.
He's like one of the best YouTubers about like gaming YouTubers. He doesn't make Let's Plays, but he makes like video essays kind of.
Oh yeah, I think I've watched a couple of them actually.
And he always like chooses really interesting subjects. I feel like an interesting video subject for him to do, unless he's done it before, maybe he hasn't, I don't remember, is video games that get Game Boy ports, like Game Boy Advance ports that are like completely different games, but have the same title.
I want to know if there's ever any of them that like the Game Boy port is the better of the two.
I remember the game, one of the biggest ones I remember like being surprised by is I used to like the game The Sims Busted Out for the GameCube. And the Game Boy Advance version was like a 100% different game. Oh, shoot! Damn, he is a lot unhealthier than I thought.
A lot thicker than I remember him.
He has a really bad scoliosis problem.
Yeah, was his neck always that angle?
Yeah, it's that Sponge Kid.
This is not the same voice actor.
I was just thinking that.
Evil!
That Patrick is surrounded by robots and needs my help.
He says that with the biggest smile on his face.
No, I think it had something to do
We are.
with massaging
We're recording a video right now.
Oh.
Ooh, look, you look like SpongeBob right now. Get
bit.
the yellow shirt on.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, I'm staying at my grandparents' house right now because I'm visiting Missouri, and that's why my friend's like, whoa, okay, you need to chill. I know you want your 5 seconds of YouTube fame, but I feel like you're overstaying your welcome.
Gotta do it for the clout.
They do anything for clout. What?
Massaging your feet isn't working. I think I'd better try a more direct approach.
I don't like where this is going.
by clipping my toenails.
This voice actor is so bad. Yeah. He sounds like a 30-year-old trying to sound old.
Well, did the man who initially voiced him?
I don't think any of these voice actors are the same.
Oh, it's definitely the same SpongeBob.
I was about to say, didn't the voice actor for SpongeBob die? But no, that was the creator of SpongeBob.
Yeah, the creator died.
Steven Hillenburg. I've read like some things about how like Steven Hillenburg didn't want like any spin-off shows or anything about SpongeBob because he wanted it to like he wanted to keep the integrity of the show and didn't want the IP to like be milked to death.
Which I can respect.
And then he died, and then they started making a bunch of spin-off shows
Yeah.
and completely disrespected his wishes.
I mean,
Corrupt capitalism.
100%. I mean, they're milking this cow for all it's worth, but you know, where does the integrity? Where do we draw the line, essentially?
I mean, I guess if it's providing people jobs and salaries and incomes, it depends on if the new shows are good. Because I think they just announced like a SpongeBob spin-off show.
I think so too. I don't know. Like, you know, it's not as exactly as black and white as how we were putting off initially, but you know, there is some gray area, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess whenever you sell your rights to a corporation, you kind of whatever your wishes are.
Yeah, I guess you kind of give up the luxury of having your wishes honored.
Yeah,
Contractually, anyway.
Like a spring breeze.
he probably secured the bag, so
Yeah.
it's not too sad.
What would the spin-off series of your show be called?
Of my show,
Yeah, the Attacking Tucans 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Attacking Toucans.
Oh, that's clever. I like that. I was asking you earlier, kind of, what do you call
Electric
your followers?
Yeah, earlier he was like, "So what do you call your followers? The Two Gang?" I was like, "Nope." And I got this shirt out and I showed him.
I mean, Two Clan is definitely better.
It flows a little bit better.
Two Gang kind of has more douchebaggy YouTuber vibe from it.
Gang got the hammer
Gang
and the
gang.
wrench.
Peep that merch in the description.
Coming out here with like Don Tolliver. Hang out with the gang. Gang,
God.
gang, gang.
I already hate it.
Cactus Jack crew, baby. Let's go. Honestly, I'm really enjoying this game. It's not like as polished as I thought it was. Like the level design is pretty damn messy, actually.
Well, I think they just slapped a fresh coat of paint on it and made some like Diablo multiplayer.
Oh yeah, me and him like just checked out because they added a multiplayer mode to this game. And yeah, it's like an enemy gauntlet type.
Yeah, kind of like a horde mode thing, which was an interesting choice. It was probably because it was easy to make.
Yeah. Maybe we can try it later or something.
I say easy, subjective. I mean, I'm sure making any video game is hard. Where is? Oh, he's up. Is he there? Is that him? Yeah, it's him right there.
These platforms look like Pringles.
They kind of do, don't they?
Hey, SpongeBob.
Is he under mistletoe?
Thank goodness you're safe,
Oh, let's
Patrick.
hope.
SpongeBob and Patrick hot makeout scene.
SpongeBob.
Well,
All
the
fan
robots
fictions
and
finally come to fruition.
Oh yeah, I found.
I really hope people haven't made fan fiction about SpongeBob. I know they have,
You know they
Thanks,
did.
Patrick.
but I'm like, I feel
tell you
sorry for
what,
those people.
all that
I mean,
running around has left
some
me
people have
full.
too much time on their hands.
Okay.
But hey, I mean, if
After
you-
this, I need to show you the. Oh, we're playing as Patrick?
Oh. I didn't know you could play as multiple characters. Oh my god, you can.
Oh, he has different moves. Oh,
Okay, well. I don't like how that he flatlined.
is that how water works in this world?
Furthermore, well, I mean, I understand why Goo Lagoon's a thing, because it's the bottom of the ocean, but why is there water?
Well, can you not like switch back? Do you have to be Patrick now?
I'm sure eventually you can, but this is probably the tutorial of how to be Patrick.
Watermelon. You know, this game, since you can play as different characters, it reminds me of Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, I can see that. There's probably a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, this is so cool, because I know you can also play, during the multiplayer mode, you can play as like Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Plankton.
Sure. So, okay, very polarizing question. Donkey Kong 64 or Super Mario 64? Better.
I haven't actually played that much Donkey Kong 64.
Okay.
So for me, Mario 64.
Okay. I mean, that's unfortunate. 'cause
And I would still probably, even if I played Donkey Kong 64, from what I know about it, I would probably still say Mario 64.
Really?
Just because I think I've heard, well, I guess I need to play it to like be able to say for sure.
Well, unpopular opinion. I've just never been huge on Mario 64. Then again, I was a PlayStation kid, so what do
That's
I know?
true. Or maybe you just sucked at it.
Well, I definitely sucked at it. but-
It is a hard game to play if you're like not good at platformers.
That's
That
it.
game is like unforgiving.
It really is. I mean, stylistically, I mean, it was ahead of its time. I'll give it that. But
I mean, that game is still good today, and it was like the first 3D game ever.
it's amazing to watch speedrunners go through. I'll give it that credit.
Actually, I'm about to release a rap song with the person who just got the world record for 120 star in Mario
Yo.
64.
He raps too?
Yeah, well, we've already made one song together called You Got a Moon. We made it like 2 years ago.
Oh, dang, I remember that song.
And then we made another song that is going to be coming out. We're actually going to film a music video for it after VSX.
Dang!
I'm really excited. I'm going to be putting out some like albums later this year. Wait, we're SpongeBob again.
Oh, I didn't even recognize that happened.
This is weird. That's what that is.
Huh. It's an interesting way to do that.
Muy interesante.
Isn't it weird that this game came out at noon and not midnight?
Yeah,
That
that's
still bothers me.
That's a good point. So like Zach came over, and I was like, "Want to play SpongeBob?" And he's like, "Sure."
Hell yeah.
And I had it downloaded because it came out today, and then it was like, "No, you can't play this till noon." I was like, "Oh," which fortunately worked out. Like,
Sure. I mean,
we don't
I
need to play SpongeBob before noon. Like,
Exactly, but like, I don't know, it's just so, because they usually come out at like midnight.
which I feel like it makes more sense for a game to come out at noon because more people are awake, so more people can all start playing it at the same
I
time.
mean, yeah, it makes sense.
All the people actually, but at the same time, people might be at work, so.
I mean, you know, there's give and take with each scenario.
Down here, you big pink lummox. Oh, hi there, Mr. Plankton. Are you going to vaporize me today?
That's a valid question.
So very tempting. Unfortunately, I found myself in the undesirable. I was in an undesirable position yesterday. Now my neck hurts.
Don't.
Heed my word.
Feel like you could have kept that to yourself, Patrick.
Oh my
Over to
god.
Jellyfish Cave.
Oh, we get it, we get it. In the tiki room, in the tiki room. Ooh, it's a cave.
Scary dark cave.
That was like a total Homer Simpson line.
Oh, definitely.
That, ooh, donuts.
Well, see, and it makes sense that Patrick ground pounds, because like, I mean, Patrick's always been dummy thick.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, the fact that...
We've seen that SpongeBob. Was it the movie where he's like gliding and he's holding the flag pole
Yeah.
with his ass cheeks?
I believe, yeah, it's the movie. A solid movie, by the way.
It just seems like you're not a fan of platformers in general.
I'm just not good at them. I'm a fan of them. I've just never been very good at them. I don't know why. Maybe because I always preferred JRPGs growing up, so now that I try to play platformers, I'm just garbage at them.
Is Kingdom Hearts considered a JRPG?
It's an action RPG, so there's no turn-based combat.
Because I really don't remember you playing many JRPGs when we were younger.
Well, because I was always hanging out with you guys, and you guys weren't exactly playing JRPGs. We mostly played, like Sonic Adventure Battle 2, Smash.
That better get the next Rehydrated edition. Sonic Adventure
Battle 2. Game holds up. I don't care what people say.
The Chow Garden, especially.
Oh, 100%.
I'm actually, like, I did a Chow Garden series in the past, and I totally got to do another one. And take it more seriously.
I mean, we poured our hearts into those chows, I remember.
I have so many lost children. Lost on memory cards that will never be found.
It was fucked up how they could die. That was mad. Like that game was targeted towards kids, and you could make it so that these chows could die.
I don't think they could die.
No, they definitely died.
They die of old age.
Was it? I swear to God, there were other reasons.
They have a life cycle. Yeah, they have a life cycle.
But even still, though, I don't know, it's kind of messed up. Oh, of course, yeah, that naturally. Definitely makes seamless sense. No, it's probably like some hidden currency, like blue coins were, and
they probably do something.
Sunshine.
Whoa! Holy crap! This is cool. These levels are a lot larger than I was expecting, to be honest. Like, this game is sick. I'm honestly really impressed so far.
That's much better.
Perfect. Make me take a hit and then give me all my life back right away. So you can't even die.
Stakes are pretty low.
I mean, we're at the beginning of the game, so I guess gotta keep it simple for the kids.
That's fair.
Ice block. Wow, this is like, things are switching up fast. We were just like in
a lot of
Jellyfish
mechanics
Fields.
are thrown at us relatively quickly.
I'm down for it though. I'm digging it. A little bit of, what does Jack Black say in Kung Fu Panda? Skaboosh.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
Hate myself that I know that.
Why?
Actually, no, I don't.
Jack Black's awesome.
Yeah, no, not the Jack Black, but the fact that I know that from that movie. But no, actually, I stand by that movie.
The movie was good.
That whole trilogy is great. We cried at
There's a second one?
There's a third one, too. I cried during the third one, too.
I cried during the second How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Didn't we all, though?
And I was also alone in the theater because nobody else would go watch it with
Really?
me. Yeah, it was like, that movie came out at a time, like, I think I was like 19, and still, like, my friends were like, no, we're not gonna go pay to watch an animated movie. But I'm like, you don't understand, How to Train Your Dragon is more than an animated movie.
And it really is. It talks about some pretty deep things for something that I'm sure a lot of the younger audience missed.
Oh shit, I died.
I'm straight up dead.
And also the dragons are like cats, so cute.
They are.
Where did we get? Oh. Why are there just random civilians out here?
Yeah, like, I kind of thought that too. It's a weird that they... Okay, well, it also begs the question, why do you keep hitting that unarmed civilian?
Because I want to see if he'll do anything about it. What you gonna do about it, fool? Give you an ice cube.
So it's a power thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Wow, through him.
There we go.
That. Oh, you have to throw... Okay, that's why they constantly respawn.
Nope. Not today, Satan. Nice, we did it!
Woo! Why?
How do I get that?
I feel like you just gotta...
I
feel like you gotta take the hit.
I feel like I'm not gonna make it.
Dang it.
No.
Really?
Ahoy there! Squidward tells me you're looking for the king jellyfish.
This voice acting's so bad!
Yeah, it's definitely not.
This is a video game! Can they not hire the original voice actors to voice in a video game? It's a pretty big piece of art.
Good thing, too. That monster has been stinging
Well,
all
did they-
my good customers in their poop decks. I hear that you can find him up top of Old Sport Mountain here.
So bad.
Go hook that beast, sailor.
Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here with this, like, a beautiful view of the Goo Lagoon. Views for days. This could actually be a desktop wallpaper.
Very picturesque.
Yeah, it's actually the idle animation.
Thank you, Patrick.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for Zach for coming and joining me on this throwback.
My pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, it feels good to like hang out with you again.
Hell yeah.
It's been a long time
Very
since I've been in
cathartic.
California. And if you guys want to see more of this game, let me know in the comments. And if this video gets enough reception, I'll continue playing. Otherwise, this is probably going to be a one-off. I'll probably continue streaming this game a bit. But I just wanted to check it out and also make a video with my friend Zach and introduce you guys to him because, like I said, Mario Sunshine Versus kind of happened. Not, like, it didn't fully happen. I probably would have figured something out, but he definitely helped me out a lot of the time. So, major thanks. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.